Hi everyone. In the last video on SVG maps, we show you how to make an SVG map. In this video, we're going to show you how to make a dynamic SVG map. Dynamic SVG map basically allows you to show different images for a given map. For example, if you want to look at the details on a lower level, say you have a USA map and you want to drill down into states and then maybe drill down into counties and so on, you can use dynamic SVG maps to achieve that. Another example is like if you have a building and you have multiple floors, and you can look at the floor plans of each floor with dynamic SVG maps. So let's take a look at an example. So we click on the SVG map button and then create new map. This data set is from an example database that shows you sales figures for each stores or each units on each floors in the shopping mall. So here we have like annual sales per square foot, annual sales, company name, and so on. The next thing we need is a map image. So let's pick the image name Goal Center 1, and then we want to enable floor as a parameter. As you can see, floor is a parameter, and we want to use that to bring up different images of the map. One thing is we need to map, pick a column and map to the area ID. So these are the areas on the map, and each one has an ID, and we want to, and this is actually a unit. So we want to map that column, the unit column to the area IDs. So the next thing is we want to assign colors to different value ranges or range of values of certain metrics that we are interested in. So in this case, we would be interested in seeing the annual sales per square foot. Alright, so let's pick different ranges and assign colors to it. So basically it's like a heat map type scenario. Alright, so let's look at the value ranges. So it's like about the 200 to 378 for this floor. Let's go ahead and pick some ranges. Actually, you want to kind of round up these numbers, so let's say maybe like 240, and the next range want to say like maybe like 280. Let's go ahead and make this 280. Let's see. That's the next threshold. And then add another range, let's say 340. Okay. You can choose numbers from the drop-down list, or here what I'm doing is basically try to get some round numbers. And the next thing is we want to assign colors to these ranges. So maybe low values are kind of pinkish, and then next range would be all like an orange, and then yellow. The highest numbers are assigned green color. And then we can also enable legend. So here we'll say this is less than or equal to 240, and this would be between 240 and 280, and this will be between 280 and 340, and then this will be greater than 340. And we can arrange the legend to be at the bottom, horizontally laid out. Bottom. So this is what floor 1 would look like, and you can quickly see the sales per square foot at a glance. At least get the range, get a feel for the range. So the next thing we can do is to actually make a tooltip. Essentially, we want to pick a few values or columns so that when we mouse over we can see those values. So in this case, we want to see unit number, floor, and annual sales per square foot, also total annual sales. So now when I mouse over, I see the the fields that I'm interested in. Like 140, unit 140, I have $414 per square foot, and total sales is around 430,000 or so. So this is basically how you make a dynamic SVG map. Let's go ahead and save this. Let's see, Go Center Sales. Let's see, go ahead and save it, and now we can actually go to menu page or publish files and actually show that map. So this is a map that we just made, floor 1, and yeah, so this is basically the floor, the map that we made. Third floor looks like this. Alright, so another feature I want to show is actually drill down using dynamic SVG maps. So one example that we made earlier actually is something like this. Let's see, Go Center Sales. Okay, let me pick this map. No, actually it's not this one. Alright, so this is one I want to show. So this is basically like a layout of the mall, and these are different floors. So if I click on first floor, I see the annual sales per square foot of the first floor. So actually this one uses different value ranges as the one we just made, but same concept. Okay, So again, this is using dynamic SVG maps. When I click on each floor, I'm passing the floor number to the map below, and basically brings out the image for the corresponding floor. So this concludes the demo on how to make or how to utilize dynamic SVG maps. And documentation is actually available online that talk about how to make dynamic SVG maps. It's actually the same, using the same example that I just made. Okay, thank you for your time.